Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back with some more Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation 4. Today we're taking on the this week's Sport Mode race, which is at Bathurst in the Group 3s. So let's crack on with the racing and see how we got on. Right, okay, so we're in the Toyota Supra. So we've got a bit of traction control on here to start, so when we go around this first corner we don't spin like an idiot. I don't know if that was really needed, but I just wanted to take that precaution. So we start off and we've been dropped already by the guys in front. We've got Tizio behind us. Very close behind us actually. He's going to sit in our slipstream here and slipstream us all the way. All the way up this straight, so he doesn't make a move on us though, which kind of surprised me. But he's still there right with me. There he goes. He got the car a bit loose there, but he's still there with me. I'm not really able to pull away at this point, but we are catching a little bit on the guy in front. But here we go into the braking zone at the end of the Conrad straight, and he goes for a bit of a dive bomb, I think. But because of that, it slowed me up, and it leaves me vulnerable to Luilo? I don't know. And he gets past me as well, unfortunately. So not the best start to the race. It could have gone a lot better. There's a bit of fighting going on in front of us. We've got Lucas who's catching us up. And the Aston. And I made a bit of a mistake there under braking. It wasn't on purpose at all. So apologies to Lawford. This was my first race that I did here, so... And Bathurst isn't exactly one of my strongest circuits, so... But we're still up behind Lawford. We're staying with him. And the Aston behind us, it's the wall there, so he's not in the equation anymore. I'm just trying to stick with Lawford in the hope that I can slipstream him down the straight. And I make another mistake, which if you look, I lifted off to make sure he was staying in front of me. I don't know if he was telling me to watch it then, or if he was saying thanks for me waiting. And can we get him at the end of this straight? It seems not. And we get done by the Aston. Unfortunately. But we're sticking with the Aston. He's not pulling away from us, so at least that's something. We're just trying to stick with him here. It's not really a good idea to go for the move into here, so I just brake nice and early to get us into the corner. He's just trying to get him to drag us along really at this point. So we skip ahead to the end of lap 4. We're still behind Lucas. And I thought about the move, but decided not to. There's a bit of scrapping going on in front of us. So I come into the pits for our one and only pit stop. So onto the soft tyres now, where I'm going to have the pace hopefully. But I noticed that Lucas and Costas, who came in with us, they're on mediums as well. So we finally get into our pit box, get the tyres changed, and away we go again. See where we come out. We come out in 17th place. Still behind Lucas. But we just got to see how this pans out. Right, so we skip ahead to lap 5. Lucas and Gizmo are really fighting. But can we get the move done on them? Either of them? And he knocks Gizmo wide there. And I think Gizmo lost the momentum pretty much. So that was a bit of an opportunistic move, but you know, it all helps. We're just trying to stay with Lucas here. Somebody with a penalty a little bit in front of us. But it's only a half a second, so that's not really going to help us. You don't lose much time through the penalty zone here. And these two go side by side, and Lucas managed to get the move done on Cristante. And I thought about it, and then I just thought better of it. But I'm not sure if he's going to pit here. Yeah, he does. That's why he stuck his indicator on, saying, I'm pitting in, go on the right. So now we're on lap 7, up behind Nano A3. And he hits the wall, and we're straight past there, which is good. So we're up to 7th place, amazingly, considering how bad the start was. And Nick there hitting the wall. So we're on to the last couple of laps here, and we've got Nano right on our bumper. And my thinking is here, can I defend from him to close out the race in 6th place? Which, to be fair, around here isn't overly difficult to defend from someone. You know, all I was doing here, sticking to the inside, making it impossible for him to get a move on me. So we're on the final lap here. I just got to hold him off for this one lap. He tries round the outside here. That's never going to work. He's obviously, you know, getting quite desperate. I'm not really sure what tyres he was on. But I'm just trying to keep it clean. We're pulling away very slightly. And then under braking, he's so much better on the brakes than I was into there. But I'm still managing to keep in front, and he hits the wall going onto the Conrad straight, and that's killed all his speed advantage that he had. So I've managed to get away from him hopefully enough to stay in front. And he tries to go for the outside, and I'm like, nah, mate. Or the inside, rather. I'm like, no, that's not happening. And only one more corner to go. Can I defend from him? He's got to go round the outside. He's got no choice. And we both slide into there. And I just managed to hold on to it. We did have a little chat in the lobby afterwards, and he said that was a great race, mate. And I thought the same. It was really good. You know, enjoyed it. Right, okay. Race number 2 then. We are starting in a lower position this time. So I didn't bother with the traction control. I think as my driver rating went up, I was starting to race people that were a bit faster. So that's why I'm starting a bit lower down. So yeah, across the line, start the race. Let's try and hold on to the guys in front this time and not drop back so much. Hopefully we can manage to do so and gain some positions early on, hopefully. So I could see Mocha Peak was right behind me, so I stuck to the inside and held my line. And then ZZ, he's on the outside of me, and I just try and hold it inside, keep him behind, which I do manage to do. He was a really quick guy. I think he was A+, his rating. So he was certainly a lot better than me. But, you know, we're keeping him behind for the time being. ALC, we're catching up with as well. Yellow flags. So, somebody off the track there. It's Nano again. So roles are reversed. I'm behind him now. And it's sliding sideways through there. That was crazy. So we're in this big slipstream train at the minute, which is not really that helpful down here. You can't really get any overtaking done when it's like this. Because everybody's just getting slipstream off each other, and I send it right down the inside of Nano and managed to get past, which was quite good. I was quite impressed with that. Another yellow flag. Somebody spinning there, so we're up to 12th. And we're pulling away from Nano coming out that corner really well. Then the two guys behind me start fighting with each other, which is only going to help me. So we skip ahead to lap 2. ZZ's right behind me again. But we managed to hold him off so far. But will we manage it down the Conrad Straight? I'm not so sure. Like I say, he's definitely a lot better than I am. And he's coming down the outside, and I decide not to fight him. It doesn't make any sense. And they're all scrapping in front of us as well. Look how fast ZZ's just... I thought that was a bit rude of him, really. And I outbraked myself there and made an absolute hash of it. So that drops me back down to 15th place, which is last. So this race isn't going to plan at all. So end of lap 3. We're on the back of Mocha Peak. And I'm looking here for any opportunity to get past him. I don't really know what tyres he's on, but... And we're still sticking with him in the slipstream. And we've definitely got the toe now. And he moves over to the left, so I go to the right. Straight past, straight over to the left to defend. And I'm not going to let him pass me. But he dives into the pits. So, end of lap 4. Time for our pit stop. We're in 11th currently, but I can imagine we'll be somewhere near the back when we come out. But going on to the softer tyres, so we'll see what we can do. I mean, if we can get in the top 10 here, that'll be quite a decent result, I think. Get those fresh boots on and away we go. And yeah, we come out in last. But we are running the softer tyres now. And there could still be some soft tyre runners that haven't been in yet. So we may have to wait a little bit to find out exactly where we stack up, really. And we're sort of sticking with these guys in front. Just hoping they, you know, start fighting with each other a lot and we can catch up. I think we are gaining on them slightly. We're in slipstream range, so... And some of the soft runners will be starting to come in now. So we'll see what happens when we go past the pit lane if we pick any positions up. Guy off there at the side of the road, so that's a position gained. And there is some in the pits. And there's somebody spinning there, that's a position. And we're up behind Nano at this point. And here, I'm not going to go for the move because that'd just be suicide. One thing I have just noticed, actually, there was no SR flags in this race. Have they turned them off? Or have I turned it off? I'm not sure. That just sprung to mind, actually. But we're staying with these two. We usually get a semi-decent exit onto the Conrad Straight, so... You know, we could stay with these guys. And for some reason, Nano started to slow down. I didn't really understand what he was doing here. Maybe he was letting me have a crack at the guy in front, maybe. I don't know. But we're picking up more positions. So we're now in 11th. Got ALC in front of us. And like I said before, if I get in the top 10, I'll be reasonably happy with this race. And ALC is all over the place, so that's a position gained. And we're finally into the top 10. Mocha Pete, he made a mistake there and allowed us to catch up. So he should get his slipstream down the straight, I think. And we're definitely in his slipstream at this point. And he's defending the inside, which is fine. That's up to him. There's a guy in a Corvette there who was very slow. Looked like he'd been off at the end of the Conrad Straight. So, another position gained. At this point, I'm just trying to stay in the slipstream as much as I can to stop ALC from overtaking me behind. But I'm already defending at this point. And it was never going to work, him trying to go round the outside. So we're still chasing Mocha Peak down. And see if we can get him before the end of the race. So we're on the final lap. We've got the slipstream off him. And we're real close now. But there's nowhere for us to go here. And he's starting to make mistakes, grazing the wall. Which is allowing us to stay with him reasonably easily. And he's braking there for some reason. I don't know, maybe his tyres are worse than mine. But we're still with him here, and we're pretty much safe from the car behind. We get a really good exit there. So we're really close to him, going down the Conrad Straight. And what he does here, he just parks his car in the middle of the track. And I'm like, There's nowhere I can go. So he goes to the inside to defend, obviously, you know, which is up to him. Now he gets a bit wide here on the grass and then goes wide there. And I managed to get the position off him. I think he clouted the wall as well, actually. So, end of race number 2, 8th place. Not too bad considering I was last at one point. So, yeah, not too bad at all. Right then, race number 3. Final race then, starting in 14th again. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can not end up last. And actually get an half decent result out of this. So heading down to turn 1. And Coburg in front of us just goes totally wide and makes a mess of it. So later on in the lap, Marty in front of us has got a penalty. We're really close to him. He taps the wall as well. He's a bit quicker than us in a straight line, I think, but we should be able to get past him while he takes this penalty. And he moves over. That was good of him. And we're up to 11th already. So skipping ahead to lap 2. Marty's right behind us. And we're right behind Goatee. And he's off the walls and, yeah, you know, he's really struggling, I think. And I'm a bit wide here, but I keep my foot in. And he's going to get a penalty for that for sure. And he's all off the walls. And he squeezes me here, but it backfires on him. I mean, Marty and AMC managed to get past me, but I'm right on the back of AMC here. And we've got ZZ behind us again. And this is going to get a bit crazy, but I decide to launch it up the inside. And we're back in 11th. But it won't be for long because ZZ will be past us soon. There's somebody else spun there coming out the last corner. We managed to hold ZZ off. We're hoping these two in front of us start fighting because that'll allow us to catch them up. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully. And we're just sort of sticking with them at this point. Not exactly in the slip. Well, we are in the slipstream range, but because Marty's got the slip from the car in front of him, it's making it kind of null and void. We've got ZZ behind us again. There's a guy up here with a 1 second penalty. And Marty clips the wall there. And this is where things get a little bit crazy. So there's him taking his penalty in the GT. I'm in the slipstream. So we both get the run on the Ford. I decide to go to the outside and the GT just slams straight into me. And unfortunately, we end up down in 13th. And possibly even 14th. And because of that, I decide to go in the pits. And this guy, he just like trying to bully me going into the pits. It's like, no, I'm not having any of that. So I came in one lap earlier on this race just because I came off at the end of the Conrod straight. Well, I was pushed off. So let's get some fresh tyres on and see what we can do from here. See if we can improve our position. We come out in 13th. But the concern is at this point is the tyres. I'm sure he's flashing his lights behind me because he's probably not very happy with me, but I just thought it was quite rude him trying to squeeze me in the pit lane or going into the pits, you know. And he's still with me, which is kind of concerning at this point. But coming through there, I was loads quicker, and we drop him quite quickly. More guys going in the pits on this lap. Changing off from the mediums. We've got our old friend Mocha Peak in front of us. Too far away for the slipstream, but we don't really gain anything coming past the pits. We're still in 13th. But the soft runners will be coming in the next couple of laps or end of this lap, I'm guessing. So hopefully things will change there. And amazingly, I got a purple sector then. And they're all starting to fight a little bit in front of me. So I'm hoping this is going to help me to catch up. Which I am catching Mocha Peak now. There's somebody off at the side of the road there, so up to 12. And more people in the pit lane, changing over from the softs onto the mediums. So we'll see what happens here as we come past the pits. So there is quite a few people in. It says 8 at the minute. Will it stay 8 as we come past the pit exit? It will, but only just. That's Marty that's just come out behind us. So we're up to 8th place now, which is pretty decent. If we can climb up much further than this, that'll be a job well done, I think. We're nearly in slipstream reach of Mocha Peak in front of us. And he goes wide, but so do I. So unfortunately, I didn't manage to gain too much out of that. We are catching him for sure. And we're just in slipstream range now. And we're not going to be close enough to go for a move here, but he outbrakes himself. And that is it. I thought he was going to take me out then, I really did. So 7th place. Question is, can we get 6th place here? Maybe. And I am catching the guys in front, but I was just going to say not massively, but I just gained a massive chunk of time. And I'm really catching Kimby now. And these two guys are together, so 5th place could be on the cards here. But trouble is, we get onto here and he's slipstreaming him. So unfortunately, I'm losing a little bit of time going down the Conrod Straight. But with them being so close to each other, I'm just kind of hoping that I can that they can start tussling, and they do. And unfortunately, ALC is off. And we're up into 6th place. So we're going to try and push here to catch Kimby. If we can. But unfortunately, he's not fighting with anyone now, so it's going to be kind of tough to catch him, in all honesty. Did gain a bit through there. We are gaining, but it's not by enough. We really do take a chunk of time out of him there. I think he's in the same car as me. And now he's got no slipstream. We're not losing out down the Conrod Straight. Got the gap down to 1.9 seconds. And it's coming down all the time. But can we do anything about it on the final lap? And I thought he went a bit wide there, and I thought that was going to help me down this straight, but it doesn't. But I mean, to say that I got shunted off the track earlier on in the race, to get up to 6th was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. But it's just hanging around the 2-second mark. But we're just not quite going to get the job done, I don't think. We're obviously running out of laps because this is the final lap. I made a bit of a mess of that corner, to be honest. But yeah, we're just too far back. There's no way I can make a lunge here at all. Right, so that's the end of the race. 6th place. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right then, so that concludes today's video. Not a bad haul of points this week, to be honest. A lot better than last week anyway. So that's all good. Anyway, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Click the little bell next to it to be notified next time I'm live streaming or when I upload new videos. If you like what I do, then please consider becoming a channel member. Helps out the channel massively, and you get some custom emotes to use while I'm live streaming. So take it easy, stay safe, and I shall catch up with you soon. Bye for now.